What's up guys, and welcome to another video here on Abster TCG. Today we are going back to one of the classics of the channel. It's the high rated, and now we are back on the Martial Lee Teach. I've been playing this deck more and more now, and I've been feeling a really good vibe with it. I think it's strong. It definitely struggles into some things, but it's really fun to play, especially with this like new, more hybrid list. So this is list I decided to play. I took it like the template from the Toronto regional, the deck list that got top cut, so I don't really have your name, but shout out to you. Comment down below if you're watching this video. The only change I did was I put 2 Laboons in, and I don't really remember what I took out, but I want to try this card. This card actually feels alright, helps you set up with things. I took out 2 6-cost Kusans for it, so because I felt like 6-cost Kusan struggles a little bit into UP, but I guess Laboon is not that good into UP either, and you like Kusan is kind of good into GP, which is one of the other bad matchups. But this is the list I've been running with and trying with. Yeah, so make sure to like, subscribe, use the TCG player affiliate link down below, and enough with the yapping. Let's get into the game.
Abster TCG.
So we have a purple Luffy here. I would consider this deck slightly more rogue than the good, but I still think it's a really good deck in general. And when I've been testing, I actually been liking taking first because we can set up the KO curves. We're actually going to take first here, and we open this hand. There's like 2 good cards in Pistol and Augur in this hand. We sadly have the 10-cost Teach. We don't really want it now. We want it later, and then we have Burgess. But I think we are just going to try this because we have Pistol for Sangoro, and we have Age to dig further. So we are essentially going to see like 6 or 7 more cards before it matters with the stage. We're actually going to try to keep this hand and play My Era Begins, or This Is My Age on the sim. And we are going to take the Belo Teach here. I think Belo Teach is a great card in this matchup, especially if we can go Augur into Belo Teach. Because we can pop up to a 6-drop here. So our opponent is just going to pass, and we get the Doku. I think Doku is a great card in this matchup too, because that makes it easy to clear the 4-drop together with a Augur. So we're just going to play the Doku and pass, and I've seen some lists actually opt away from Sangoro, so I'm expecting maybe a 4-drop here instead. Because Luffy is not as played either, because you just want to ramp up to Kata and play 9-drops. That is at least what I feel like when I've been playing. And this 5k here we are going to take. I don't want to defend with any of the cards now. Yeah, and here we see the Bonclay, which actually gives us really good value for the Augur Doku on it. I think Bonclay is one of the worst cards to play against with this deck, because it's like you play a lot of big things and you can just kill the big things. So we're just going to take it out, and our opponent is actually going to 8 on, potentially 9, so I think we have to trash here. And because a Pistol together with Augur actually can kill the Kata, I think we are just going to throw the either it's Stage or 10-cost Teach. I think we can try to pitch the Stage and play without it, because now when you play the more like KO version of the build, I think Stage is really good, but if you already have the setup pieces, getting Stage, like, don't, I guess it searches through your deck, but in this case we like have all the pieces we kind of want to use this game, and we are going to get draws from life and with Tokyo Augur and like natural draws. So I don't think that matters as much, and Burgess is not that big of a threat in this matchup for Luffy compared to the KO package. So I think like not getting cream or stats for Burgess is not as important. We're gonna put it here. So we're playing against the rank 27 on the ladder here. Move it up a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so our opponent is thinking here. So it's probably either Ram. Oh, we already Ram particularly. So it's either maybe we play the 9-drop here just to get a big stick out, or we are going to play the Katakuri and maybe swing a 6 on the Augur or into Tokyo. So we are actually going to swing a 5 here. Hopefully it's in Tokyo, but I kind of like it if it's in life too, because we will get an additional card. So I think Purple Luffy became a lot better matchup now, because the deck plays like bigger things, a little bit more greedy. Before it was more like 5-drops, just go wide on the board, which actually were tough for Teach, but now it's go taller, and Teach really likes to play into that. So we are putting Tudon on the leader and swinging face here. Okay, I was scared it was into Auger because we don't have a way to defend it. Yeah, we are just going to take this, and it could be, okay, it's a Luffy Taro here, which is no problem because of the hand we have. So sadly this is not a spot for Belly Teach here, but we can actually play Fire Begins, and maybe we find another Auger here so we can just take it out cleanly. And of course we will find the Auger, and I think when you see this as the purple Luffy, there's only one thing, and that's escape concede, or just click the button here. Alt F4 also works. So we will leader here, because we have like the double Auger set up here. I think we want to keep the Belly Teach in hand, so I think we just pitch one of the 10 drops, because I don't see us needing more than one to close out this game, because we have the setup together with Belly Teach. So if he decides to develop here, like he probably has to develop here, because just swinging here doesn't amount to that much. So we're just going to go for A7 phase. We'll take this one too. We find the Shigan, but we are not going to use it. So here I am actually going to use the double Auger and Doku to pop it, and then I'm just going to develop Belly Teach and the Caribou here, because yeah, it's we need to use 2 to pop it, so I don't think there's a reason to like spend the pistol or spend one card, because pistol could come up to kill blockers. And we are going to play the Caribou here too. Like Caribou is such a broken card, a 2k, 1k blocker. I mean, it has the on-play trash too. So it is essentially a Blackbeard card, but I was gonna say this should be searchable for Blackbeard, but I think it would be too broken if it was actually. So we're going to do another 7 here to lead. We're going to block it, because yeah, I don't want to go down too low. I don't think this deck plays a lot that actually can clutch this one out, but better safe than sorry. So here I think we are just going to use the Belly Teach to pop the Chopper and then pistol the Sangoro, and we should see a concede there. Okay, we don't. Do we want to play Burgess here, or do we want to... I think Burgess is an alright player, so we're going to swing 5, 6, 7 and just play the pitch the Burgess. Take down the volume a little bit. Pitch the Burgess and just play it out with the Kuzan, and there should be no way to lose here, because the only rush card in this deck is Fransuke and we have 2 life. So pitch Burgess, play Kuzan, play Burgess, then we pass. I don't know why our opponent hasn't like conceded yet, yeah, because there's a like big threat on board. So I think this is like one of the reasons Purple Luffy is actually a good matchup now, because it's like it goes a lot taller and you're good against removing one threat a turn. So let's get to the next case. We have the boogeyman of the format, UP Luffy. This hand is alright. We have some pieces here, but we don't have any stage, and I really like stage. But we have a Kuzan, but yeah, we are just going to mulligan because it's missing that oomph. What do you call it? And this is a matchup where I'm like, I'm a little bit like, I don't really know how I want to play it, because like, you don't know if they starve or if they're gonna swing, if they play 2 grab blades to red rock, or if they play 1/1. Like it's so hard to predict it. So I haven't really found a way I'm satisfied playing against this deck. But I guess this hand is actually okay, because we can pivot to some lines. And I think I didn't play pistol from before, but I think it's great into this matchup, because Auger plus pistol actually kills the Kata and makes so you can like develop another threat on board. And we're actually going to pitch the stronger here, because a lot of UPs have starved. And in this spot here, there's some arguments to pitch to block the Bonclay ramp. Yeah, in this spot, but we don't know if Bonclay comes out, so I'm not quite certain how I want to pitch in that spot either. So we don't know if it's star or not yet, but I think we are going to pitch the stronger here. Grabbing an Auger is really good, and just play the Kuzan and pass. So we're going up to 7, which means yeah, we can't resolve leader this turn, because we only ramp once. If we ramp another time, yeah, right, like this, then we can lead next turn, and we will go up to 10. Okay, so my opponent is not going to starve us. That's good info to know. And with this hand particularly, I like not getting starved. So I'm going to cycle. I think we are just going to take Era here, because we want to set up trash for Tempest Kick. So here I am actually going to take the Dokyu, because that's the only target, but I would probably take it either way. We take another Kuzan. Kuzan is great. So like the question now is if we decide to kill the Bonclay or not. I kind of like to kill it because it's like such a big threat on board. Which means that we actually also can push some, because we are going to use 2 Don for the Dokyu. We don't have an Augur in trash yet, so we are going to lead it away. And our opponent takes here. A lot of the UP players I played against, they decide to like guard every hit, and then the game becomes really hard long term. And also, like a good point, I saw Angelo Truscello tell me in chat when I was streaming that in real life UP can't really starve a teach, and the reason why is because there's a timer on it. So some of these games go so far if they decide to starve, so they are actually going to lose the game on the timer. So yeah, you have to take that into account when playing starving decks, and I think that's like another deck that had the same problem was NL, because I've seen like NL fields with like the opponent having 9 lives. So we replace the cards on top of the deck, which actually scares me some, because that's okay. That's often a great card into the matchup, like Gravity Blade. So we're going to bounce the Dokyu here, and I'm fine with that. And I think we have to take this, and we don't have to take this now actually. So I'm going to drop the Karibo and Dokyu. I don't think we're going to use Dokyu like that much more this game, because we want to play around Gravity Blade as much as possible. So here, okay, also playing the 8 cost Luffy, which is also a terrifying card for Teach, and that's why I like to go more the KO route into this matchup, because it dodges the Luffy. So taking Lafitte here could actually work. No, it can't, because we don't have the Don to Lafitte, Pistol, and play out a Kuzan. So I'm actually just going to take the one Augur here. So we have another one. So we will Augur this and Pistol it away. So get rid of it. 17 cards in trash. We need a Burgess. We are going to play the Kuzan here. Question is if we want to extend into Tiger or not. I think extending into Tiger in this spot is okay to do. And the reason why is because that like essentially lose a turn for our opponent. So he's going to crack the Burgess because it's big too. And a lot of lists only play 1 Grab Blade, which means that like we slow him down, and like the reward is that we get up the Burgess. Because playing the long game into this matchup is really hard. And as you see here, it's the Gravity Blade. The bane of my existence as a Teach player. So we are going to take this hit. 6 in hand. Going to cycle off Fulla lead for the... I think we take the Belly Teach here. So the question now is if we decide to set up like Burgess Augur and he's playing to another Tiger, or if we, because our opponent bottom deck that card, so there's maybe not another Tiger in hand, and if we play 10 cost that loses to Red Rock, which is a searchable card for this turn. So I think we're just going to play out the Kuzan. We're going to crack it for a Burgess and just play a Augur here, and I guess we pitch a 10 drop here. Just pass. We need to play greedy here because we need to push. Like we can't play the long game, play it slow right now, because he's going to draw 2 cards a turn, playing big things or swinging, etc. So we really need to push it out, and we haven't even gotten a single giant yet. We only gotten to gear 2. So yeah, and there we see the giant puts the cards on top. This is another Gravity Blade. Could be a Red Rock 2. Okay, going to swing a 7 here. Sadly, we have to take. Okay, going to play the Kata and passing here. Okay, so a card here that would be great would be a Karibo, putting up another blocker. Because we're at 1 life, so we are starting to get pushed. I think we trashed the Belly Teach here. Okay, we have the Karibo here, but we are probably not going to be able to play it. So I guess we take a Burgess, play the Belly Teach, Tempest Kick. Lafitte is good. I like Lafitte here, because that means that we have like our search engine going, and we find the San Juan Wolf, which is actually great into this matchup because now with 22 cards in trash, it's too big for Gravity Blade. So our opponent will not be able to get around it. And I think we are just going to pitch another 10 drop here. Because we have like developed board. I don't think if we need more than one this game. Maybe this is a big misplay and we should have pitched Augur. But the only way like he breaks through our board right now is a Gravity Blade, I think. It's like he could swing. We see one Luffy. The Luffy list often run 2 that I've seen. So there's still probably a 8-drop Luffy in the deck. But it's kind of weird because like I think this deck has gotten up recently because I didn't see it that much before. Yes, so we are going to draw the Nami, place the cards on top of the deck, which always is terrifying because that means that it could be a Gravity Blade. So we're just going to swing a 6-2 lead, which actually kind of sucks because we have to drop 2 cards because we have no 2Ks. And we are going to play the Katakuri. Okay, so there's 2 plays here. Either we play 10 drop, stun the Kata and just swing face, or we try to get rid of it directly now and develop a wolf. I think I am going to Tempest Kick here. Decrease it with Augur and then just kill it with Belly Teach. And then I think we are going to swing a 11 here. Oh no, we should have. This should have been a 12 actually. I misplayed. So we should have gotten 2 additional cards here except 1. This will be a 2K. Okay, never mind. It should be in 3 cards at this spot. So yeah, so we are going to Kuzan for a Burgess. Pitch the Black Hole. Take the Stronger. I just play the wolf over. Okay, now we kinda messed up this turn a little bit. We should have a surge and just put up this one. Which now we have 2 Burgesses in threats of grab blades. So I think we are in a spot where we kinda like outgrinded. Okay, so we are going to get the red rocked here. And maybe going to swing like a 9-2 leader. But hopefully there's only the 1-1 event split list. Which means that we won't lose next turn if there's another event. So we will pick up Stronger, which means that with this we actually survive another event. And we could also push out Giants from hand. So now there should be potentially 1 less card in hand or just 1 life. So the question now if we decide to push for game or not. I think the best case is just to swing a 6 here to see what happens. Because we could get yeah, we get a 2K. That means there's no 1Ks in the hand. So that eliminates some cards. Okay, going to take that one, which means that fuck it, we just go 12. This could be a big bait here, but we are just going to go at 12 here. Yeah, okay. We get 2 Sanji, 2 Sohachi. So Giant. Yeah, this is a annoying spot here to be in, but is there realistically any? Because we have Tenki counter in hand, which means that if we just play Teacher and pass, is there any on plays that actually can threaten us? I don't think so. So I think we are just going to play the Teacher and pass because this gets a round. No, wait. It does not, because if he has Red Rock, he can actually swing at 10. Yeah, and now we're going to get Red Rock and yeah, killed. Yeah, okay, so we should just have swung face. Maybe yeah, because we didn't see the Giant. So yeah, we are going to lose the game. Yeah, we should have went for game. So this is the problem with this matchup, because like he had 1 up, so maybe he wanted to bait us with Giant, drawing like 2K, 1K, and yeah, like the blue events being the bane of TH existent as always, but I think that this game like maybe could have been a win, maybe could have been a loss. Like there's 2 thoughts of play, so I think this is a good like educational game. So let's get to the next one. So we have a Belvet here. I accidentally fucked up this game by for some reason my mic was not on, or I don't know. So we're gonna do this way because I think it was a really good game and showcase for it. So it will look a little bit scuffed this one, so I'm probably gonna do this as like the 3rd game or something. in the video. So we're playing against Victini, which plays out of the Chinos Cups and is right now rank 3 on the ladder. And I just have to take down the sound a little bit because it sounds high. So we are going to win the die roll, so we have, of course, take second into Belo. And looking at this hand, I think it's really great. It's Dokyu, Karibo, Laboon. Wait, let's just put this one down. Wolf, Birdis, and yeah, we draw into Karibo. So I think like you don't really wanna like hard mulligan for stage into this matchup because it's like technically a -1, so you just want to like just open good cards, and I think it's a good hand because we have the Laboon Dokyu with Sanfan Wolf like a 4-drop, and we are not deciding to play the 2-drop Dokyu here. The reason is because our opponent here plays Kuma, for example, and if we play Dokyu, we have to leader ability from this turn, which means that we will either next turn, so we drop an additional card. So what we can do instead is just pass, and next turn develop a 4-drop, because there's not coming out any big threats next turn, and then the turn after that we can do the Laboon Dokyu to, for example, take out the Ivankov. So my opponent is going to draw here. It's kind of funny looking at myself yapping here without a sound in the corner. So yeah, in this spot I expect at least like, because we didn't play a Belo on 1, like a 1-drop, that means that there's probably not another Belo in his hand, but there could be like 1-drop, 2-drop here or something. So yeah, our opponent is going to play the Race Max and Kuma, which gets us rewarded because we didn't play the Dokyu and pitch a card. So we essentially save the card in hand, and maybe save the Dokyu that generally in this matchup puts up a lot of value. So in this spot I'm considering between Sanjuan Wolf and Laboon. I think I'm going with Sanjuan Wolf. The reason why is because we can make it awkward for opponent with the math to how he wants to swing, because Race Max might won't go to bottom. So if he decides to do like a 5k swing as the last swing, we can actually just take a free block with Sanjuan Wolf, which means that the opponent can't invest the Don on playing something for 5, which probably won't happen because it's Betty. So we're going to do leader here and just play the Schoolboy Sabu by Ivankov and swing a 5 with Race Max. We can't really take the free block here because if he decides to yeah, I'm showing it with the ladder. If he decides to do Race Max, he will just clear the Sanjuan Wolf for free. So I think it's better if it's on board because at some point it will get value. And we could also use it for swinging. So it's going to actually bot deck the Race Max to swing a 5 on us. So now we can't like use the Sanjuan Wolf as a blocker at all. So I think in this spot we are just going to pitch the 1k Dokyu here and take the 6k swing potentially. So it's better to pitch here so we don't have to burn a 2k. Yeah, so he swings for a 6, we will take, and we find the Augur, which is also a great card in this matchup. So here we are going to start with thinking a little bit, and to me, yeah, the play here is a swing Kuma, kill it. And then we rather want to take out the Ivankov instead of the Sabu, because Ivankov is like the most broken card in this deck that like opens the floodgates and make you being able to cheat out cards and whatnot. So we are just going to Laboon Dokyu here, kill Ivankov, and then we put up 2 threats that maybe needs to get swung on, and our opponent only has effectively 4 cards plus 1 plus Sabu, so it's 6 cards, and I don't think that's enough because like there's no real pressure on us because we have 3 life and we have 2 bodies that potentially needs to get swung on, and we also have a Sanjuan Wolf, which makes that the numbers have to be higher to do a clean block. So here I'm thinking if I want to block with Wolf and pitch a 2k, or if I want to let it go. I in this spot, because we have the Augur, we rather want to keep the Dokyu on board. So just letting the Laboon go here and having the Wolf as an option to take the block for it is what we are going to do. He just decides to swing a 5 on face. Here I'm considering if there's Inazuma, but if there's Inazuma, I guess we just like let it go, because that means that it needs to invest like 2 or 3 cards in hand to play out some bodies. So I think it's fine because we have some good cards in hand. So we're just going to play the Lafitte here because it fits our non-curve, because we have 6 non left after it to play the Augur. So here I just want to like clear board optimally, like always want to clear board. So here I'm actually going to take the stronger, because we can stronger Augur, Dokyu, the Koala, and then swing into the Sabu. And that's what I'm going to do here, draw into the Kusa, which is great for next turn, but I think like if you look at the game state like it is right here, I don't think we really need the Kusa. So I'm going to go 5 on Sabo, he's going to pitch a 1k, and then we're going to go 6 on the Sabo. Yeah, and he's going to pitch a 2k because Sabo is like the only way our opponent can win here. So now I'm considering if we want to pitch Kuzan or Karibu. We're going to pitch Karibu because like I don't think it will give as much value this game, and we have a developed board, so like he could swing on Wolf and Augur, we will draw a card, and then after that we still have Doku on board. If he decides to swing on Doku, that means that either Wolf or Augur sticks on board, and yeah, Lafitte too. So we're going to swing on the Lafitte, which means that we will keep 2 of our important pieces on board if there is no Inazuma with Rush, of course. Going to swing a7 on the Augur. Yeah, we just decide to let it go because we have no other way to do it. So in this spot here we can either teach and push, or we can just focus on clearing board, and I think there's no reason to push here. We just want to clear the board as good as possible. So we're going to Augur Doku, the Lindbergh. We are going to swing a 5 on the Sabo. It's going to let it go, and then we are just going to play the Kuzan, and we are going to bring up the Burgess here, and our opponent says wow here, but I don't think it matters. One Kusan surely was good because it could grab Augur, but the other one don't matter in this spot. So we are doing the emoji, the happy eyes face. Our opponent's going to play stage cycle for a Inazuma, and then I think it's a 9 on the Van Augur here. We are going to block to keep it alive, so we're able to decrease and pop the Kara. So now with Laboon in hand, we could have just let it go, and opponent going to scoop. So let's get to the last game. Okay, so we have another UP here. And we lost the die roll, and we get to go first, which I like more than... I like both actually. And this hand I think is alright, because you have a search into Guzan, into like putting up Augur, so we might be able to find the 7 cost lock, which would be great. We're going to see if this opponent starves or not. As I said, I don't think starving works into Teach, because in a tournament you're going to lose, because the game goes too far for it to work. So it could be Age, it could be Kuzan. I guess taking, or we could, I think we take another Lafitte. Sadly we drop a Kuzan, but we have 1 and we have like 2 more in deck. Now we find 2 of them. I think we have to take 1 and then just pass here, which means that we can dig further for the belly Teach. So it's going to swing on Lafitte, maybe play a Bonclay. I've seen arguments to trash on this turn, as I said before, but I don't know. Okay, just going to pass. That's great. So that means that we can just play the Kuzan here and pass. So no ramp cards in hand. That's interesting. Or maybe he wants to keep the, like, feels like you don't need to ramp in this matchup. Yeah, but now we are in a spot where we are just looking for to check. I didn't see if it was a mulligan or not. It might be. Okay, so going to pop the Lafitte, pass. I think we go 2-6, trash, Augur, crack for Augur. We start to putting some pressure on the hand, which we really want to do in this matchup. So we will actually trash the Augur here, and then just pop it for the Augur and just play a Kuzan beside it. So now we will actually see if he starves or not, because no wait, he didn't swing last turn, so he actually did starve us, which is interesting. As I said, like, this doesn't really work in bigger events, even though the strategy might be correct. It's like can get wrecked in by the timer. Okay, so we actually can put up like a lot of Augurs to clear the Lin. So I think we are going to do that. Just pitch the... Wait, we could even swing a 6 here. Now we're playing to a event, but I don't think he's going to take this hit. So yeah, going to pitch the Nami. So we will pitch the Augur, grab a Augur, play Doku. So now we have a... This setup is definitely interesting here. Do we want to stage here to look for cards? I mean, all of these draws cards, so I think we are able to do that. Pick up the Belly Teach, which also is great here, because now our opponent like can't really develop anything because we can Belly Teach it. I guess we can Tiger and kill the Augur here, which would actually be horrible, but we can't play around it all. So picks the gear 2. I wanna see stack on bot. Okay, stacking on bot, which means that if there's a grab blade, it's already in hand. But if there's no grab blade, then we are looking at a really good spot. When swing 8 on Augur, we will just let it go. And then now, okay, going to God's Threat on a Augur, we get to draw another card. And on 3 could be a Zoro Euro coming out now, but I don't see it doing that much here actually. So we'll pitch the stage here, take a Doku, better for later, and then we will swing a 6. And I think we just drop the Teacher, because yeah, we will just drop a Teach here. I guess we kind of get wrecked by a Red Rock here, but I don't think we actually can like afford to play around it now. But yeah, a Red Rock here just screws us over. Takes a Giant. So if there's no Red Rock here, we actually are in a good spot. Put some bottom. I'm like probably should be Red Rock because there was a lot of Ricks in hand. Swings is 6. We're going to take the free block. Goes for a Sanji and passes. Okay, so I wait. So good Augur. We start with the 12 here to see what happens. Because if we get Giant plus 2 cards, then we can like poke 8s, like poke with the rest. 3, 3. Maybe developing another Augur here is the correct thing to do, and just only swing with Teacher. Okay, so we are going to see the Giant. Pitching a Katakuri. And then yeah, pitching a 2k and a 2k. Okay, so okay, we can kick the crease, and then we can pistol. We can swing a 6, play a Burgess, and then trash. That loses to Gravity Blade, but the other one, otherwise we lose to Red Rock, so we can actually cycle away the. I think we cycle away the Belly Teach because it requires more setup. Take this. Trash the Augur, keep the pistol in case this survives, like a Kata comes out. I think like this is the games you win this game. Yeah, like didn't find anything, so yeah, we just win. So yeah, this was the last game then for the video. I wanna thank you all for watching. I hope you liked it. I've been enjoying Teach more now, especially like trying around with new cards and playing this like more hybrid version of the deck. Yeah, subscribe, like, you know, the usual thing. 8% gang, long time since I said that, but let's see you in the next video.